Hi everybody. I just spent 8.5 hours of my life over the last 5 days now, subjecting myself to somewhat of a Mac DeMarco prison. The sentence, 199 songs long. Of course, I'm talking about none other than One Wayne G by Mac DeMarco. That's right, I actually started at the very first song and I listened all the way to the bottom. Why did I do this? Well, I've actually never listened to this whole thing before besides a couple songs, but the real reason I did this is so you don't have to, because you can watch this video where I'm gonna tell you all about it. Alright, according to my notes here, I started at 10:23 a.m. on September 9th.
I just listened to the first 3 songs. The first one was good. It was kind of a weak start to an album, but I liked the little guitar, like harmonies, the guitar harmonies at the end. The second one was okay. The third one was cool. I liked the bounciness and just like the fun vibes of that third one. I gotta go to work now, but we're gonna keep going. This one immediately sounds like it would be a banger if he actually just put some vocals on it. Just kind of sounds like a classic of his that's just instrumental. Yeah, not bad. Dude, Mac should have rapped over this one.
February 5th is our first weird day on here.
This one sounds like a f***ing Super Mario 64 underwater level or something. What's that level in that game where you swimming underwater? Specifically Super Mario 64. Anyway, I like this one.
We had 3 songs come out of Mac this day. The first one was cool, the second one is complete nonsense, and then the third one is kind of like the reassemblance of said nonsense.
Alright, it's way later in the day now, it's 4:30. I'm listening to the song right after that Super Mario one I was talking about. This one is like the deepest pits of hell in the underwater level of Super Mario, basically. Scary. This song sounds like a normal Mac DeMarco song tying its shoes and getting ready to run a marathon with all the other finished Mac DeMarco songs. It's almost there, it's almost getting ready to be a real song, but not quite.
After that, we get a long ass break until June of 2019, which is just so ominous that Mac seemingly didn't record anything for 4 months and then comes back with one of the weirdest songs ever. July 24th was a funky day for Mac, and I'm here for that.
This one's my favorite one. This is the one that's in that interview video where he's showing off his songs that he has on his computer, just random songs, and this is the one he plays. Yeah, I love this song. Dude, I love all the percussion in this song, and I love how it's just bass, keyboard, and the drums and percussion. Rules, it's very funky.
July 26th and July 28th of 2019 are actually the same song. The 28th is just a down-tuned version of it, kind of a slower version. But hey, it's a song in itself, pretty good tune.
Alright, August 2nd, 2019. It's another song where Mac is kind of just doing gibberish as the vocals. It also started off with a count-off that makes it sound like he was playing with a band and not just himself. Do we think he did that on purpose, or do we think he was actually playing with somebody? Who knows?
August 26th, 2019 really me with that 23-minute long song.
Alright, I'm driving home from work. The Mac album is back on, and it sounds like we're clearly back to more Super Mario Underwater World sounding songs. So, perfect because I'm driving tonight. But yeah, this one's okay.
I had no idea it was that long until I actually looked down at my phone and saw that there was 19 more minutes to go or something.
Okay, so hey, I didn't realize this song was 25 minutes long. Knowing Mac DeMarco, it's probably just this all the time. Am I gonna get disqualified if I skip this one? Do I really have to sit through this for 25 minutes?
After that one, we get Nothing in September, and a return to some normalcy in October with the song I Like Her.
Alright everybody, today is a new day. I'm still here in the thick of the One Wayne G listening process. I'm on 2020, January 7th, it looks like. We had a weird one right before 2019 wrapped up. Another weird, underwater Super Mario level kind of thing. And now we're back into some normal stuff again. I just listened to January 1st, now we have January 7th. And yeah man, I'm still in the thick of it. Still in the thick of it. No ending of this in sight yet, but we'll get there. The song sounds like a trippy space carnival, and now it sounds like there's some water happening too. Yeah, this one's weird. We're now on February 29th of 2020, which is I guess a leap year, leap day, and Mac felt like giving us another 13-minute long droney synth question mark, basically. As we know, this time the world was freshly flipped upside down on its head, and this was the song that Mac decided to spit out a couple days after that happened. Doesn't really sound much different, kind of just sounds like another typical Mac jam. I like it. Kind of gives us like some sense of comfort if we were to hear this at the time when the world was going crazy. But yeah, cool.
Late March 2020, like March 26th through the 30th on this record. Don't get me wrong, terrible time for the world, but it was a solid time for Mac creatively. I just remember when I was listening to this whole thing, there was a stretch of those songs in that time period that I know I just liked.
This is classic Mac right here. This is the kind of you like. I just wanted to give an update, dude. I'm in the thick of it. I really want to listen to something else. This is all I've been listening to in my car for the last now 2 days. So, yeah, I really just want to get this over with now. There's something actually about this one that I enjoy. Maybe it's just me driving at night right now, but I like the calmness of this one quite a lot.
He then takes another break from April until August of that year, where we get some songs that feature some running water throughout them. Maybe that was something Mac was just into recording at the time, or something he wanted to do specifically for those songs. I have no idea.
All right, good morning, everybody. This is day 3 now of me listening to the entire One Wayne G Mac DeMarco album. I'm on song 69 right now. But also, damn, dude, I'm not even halfway through this album yet. This is a good little song to start the day off with, you know? Nice, quaint little lounge jam. So yeah, dude, I'm on song 69. I'm not even halfway through this bitch yet.
And then we get to what I call as our first mini album on this thing, which is actually a group of songs in here that have song titles and lyrics. All these little songs are right up my alley, and just a quick album of fun, quirky songs like this definitely would have sufficed for me, but hey, 200 songs will do. After that, we get almost another month of nothing until September 22nd, and then nothing again until October 22nd. December 3rd, 2020 is the first song I noticed on here that has words, but doesn't actually have a title after the date of the song. I also put in my notes that this is song 100, and I finally made it halfway through. Sorry, the sun is blinding me in here. November of 2020 actually seemed to be Mac's most productive month on this whole thing, with 5 of the days that month having at least 2, if not 3 songs. After New Year's of 2020, we get nothing until February of 21. Ball for the Coach is our first and only explicit song on here, which out of 200 songs is the one sole reason that there's a big fat E on this thing on streaming services. This also brings us to our second mini album on here, which brings us some other good songs like Goodnight Baby or Scarecrow. March 26, 2021 was actually his most productive day though, where he hashed out 4 songs in one day. The third song that day is a fun one. It kind of gives me spaceship vibes, just a fun song. We then get another break until May of that year, where Mac returns with a super funky jam that almost reminds me of like Roller Coaster by the Ohio Players. June 6th, 2021 is one I wrote down on here just because I love that crunchy bass tone that the song starts with. I also like whatever drum machine or patch that he was using in July of this year. May 7th, 2022 is the next one that kind of caught my attention, mostly with the drum work on that one. Not sure if that's editing or varispeed or what it may be, but either way, it just sounds really cool and jazzy and shuffly. And then after June 9th of 2022, we get a long break until November.
I think the last song just finished, and I am freaking done, boy. Dude, I just finished the 200 song album. I just want to share a couple quick thoughts here. I feel like I'm finally out of Mac DeMarco prison right now. It feels pretty good. I kind of want to listen to like some metal or something like that just to offset all the chill vibes I've had to go through for the last 5 days now, I think. But I will say, for the project that this is, this thing's awesome. I really do like the idea behind this. I do like a lot of the music on this thing too. It's great. And yeah, I'm just so happy to be done listening to this album. I'm gonna go listen to some more regular music now and have a great day.
Overall, I actually enjoy a lot of the songs that are on here. Specifically, a lot of the instrumentals that sound like they were almost finished, or a lot of those songs that actually were finished. But I actually think the concept is really cool. I do think there's something here where he kind of just pushed his ego aside and just let us peer into everything he had on his hard drive at that one point. We see now that he just has 200 songs at his disposal at any time. And instead of just cashing in and stockpiling those albums and giving us years worth of work steadily drip feeded to us, he decided to just say, it, no, these songs aren't that important. I'm just gonna put them out. You guys listen to them, and it just gives me an excuse to write some more fresher, newer material. I also do like the limitation of mostly instrumental songs, and even most of those instrumental songs having limitation within the instruments used on those songs. Some of the songs just kind of have 2 or 3 instruments at most, like it's just a bass or a guitar and then like some shakers or like a keyboard thing or something. So I do think there's something fun about just having a couple of different things to make a whole song with. I also think it's interesting how a lot of those real songs that have names and lyrics to them kind of come out in days in a row after each other. I've heard him say before in interviews how that's kind of how his songwriting works. He'll start with one song one day, another song will come to him the next day, and he'll kind of just repeat that process till he kind of burns out. So it's cool just seeing that play out for real on this record, and just kind of watching this timeline of how he has like a random album of songs here within this, and then a bunch of instrumentals that were almost something, and then we get another album again mixed in there. So you can tell there's multiple attempts throughout the years of him trying to make just a regular album before he decided to just say and give us everything. I do also love how these songs are just titled by date. We can see where his inspiration was at different points over the years. My final thought, and possibly my most controversial and important, in 5 years that span the duration of this album, there was not one song written on my birthday. May 25th, 5 years, no songs. Probably because Mac was too busy celebrating my existence wherever he was, so we won't blame him for that, it's fine. And I think that's it for this video. I want to say this was a very long and grueling process, but in all reality, the listening process for this really only took like 5 days, and it was just me listening to it in my car, or sometimes in here whenever I have spare time, so it wasn't all that bad, and I guess I could say I also learned a couple things, musically and about Mac. So thank you guys for following along on my journey and watching this video. Let me know what I should listen to next, let me know who I should top 5 next. I kind of hope I don't have to make any other videos like this of any crazy long albums, but as long as I'm here, I guess I will just say, if you can think of any other crazy long albums that I should listen to and review, definitely let me know in the comments below. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned.